Egypt has a significant domestic terrorism problem, the most significant problem it has had since at least the 1990s. The question, though, is whether the policies of the Egyptian government since the military coup are fighting terrorism or fueling it. Since the summer of 2013, at least 36,000 Egyptians have been put in detention primarily for political reasons, mostly for participating in demonstrations against the military coup. Not all of them are still being held, but a very large number, perhaps 20,000 or so, are still being held. In the courtrooms, what we're seeing is mass trials as the justice system tries to process this very large number of people. 100, sometimes 500, 600 people being tried at the same time. There's not even really a veneer of justice in these trials. There are also some other very serious problems in Egypt that are leading to perhaps increased support for extremism. Islamists, whether from the Muslim Brotherhood, the movement associated with the ousted president Mohamed Morsi, or other Islamists, have been largely excluded from politics, from the writing of a new constitution, from the media, from civil society, even from commerce. In addition to what's going on inside of all of Egypt, there's a particularly intense situation in the Sinai Peninsula. This has always been a lightly governed area and one in which there's been a lot of crime, a lot of smuggling, and so forth. But now we're really seeing a proliferation of extremists inside the Sinai. And the Egyptian authorities are responding to this with a very heavy-handed campaign that involves collective punishment against entire communities in the Sinai. We know from other experiences worldwide that in order to counter an insurgency effectively, authorities need to get the cooperation of the local population against the extremists. Egyptian authorities are not doing this. They are not adopting the kind of political and economic strategies in the Sinai as well as elsewhere in Egypt that could help them get the cooperation of local people against extremists. If the United States is going to help Egypt in fighting terrorism and even provide weapons and technical assistance and so forth, it should be just as serious about pressing the Egyptian government to reopen political space, reopen media, civil society, and so forth, so there can be peaceful expression of different political views and real political competition.